And he's going to find out if he's in front or not by putting a little bet out there.
And by winning a couple of pots, what will that do for his game?
Well, he's obviously going to be a little bit more confident, but that might be about to take a bit of a dent. I'm willing to bet that Ellie at least is going to call this, but I'd probably expect him to re-raise. Just because he raised before the flop, he can represent the king and a lot more strength than he actually has.
Well, we quite haven't gotten to Ellie yet. We're still on Phil Ivey. Phil Ivey not throwing away his pair of deuces just that quickly.
He says fold.
Well, he does fold now. Action over to Alezra. And Alezra's actually a favorite to win the hand here, because an 8 or a 10 would do it as well.
I'd say he's definitely a favourite to win the hand. He's got a couple of ways he could do this. A nice re-raise would be enough.
Cool.
He hasn't, though. Looks like it's a flat call. He's got a few cards he can catch. 8s, 10s and spades.
Pot is now nearly $40,000. Well, there's one of his cards.
And that pretty well leaves Tom Dwan in all sorts of trouble. From it almost being a 50-50 shot, he's now only got 5% chance of winning.
Check.
And if you're Alezra here, do you take the free card? Obviously, we know that Dur is capable of a big check raise on the turn.
I think I'll take a free card here. You're not afraid to give a free card. You're the one that's actually kind of on the draw. If you're up against a king, you're happy to take it. And if you're up against a 5, you want to make it look like you haven't got that much. So,
And
yeah,
check.
he checks it as well. That 3 looks like a half-decent card for Tom Dwan. He's probably putting Ellie on maybe 10s or jacks at this point. Probably not a spade draw. I don't think he thinks he can get rid of his man.
7s.
And Alezra is going to just take this down with the pair of 8s. Did he miss a value bet there on the river?
Well, once it's been checked again on the river, there really is probably an opportunity for him to maybe squeeze a little bit out of Tom. But the truth is, what does he think he can beat that he'll get a caller from?
Like a machine.
It just happens that he's got 7s in this pot.
The poker prodigy that is Tom Dwan is having a tough time of things at this table. We'll take a quick break and we'll see you in a couple of minutes' time. Welcome back to the hottest poker table in London. It is the FullTiltPoker.net $1 Million cash game, and around the table is a who's who of poker brilliance. So let's hand you straight back to your commentators, Gary Jones and David Tuckman.
Barry Mundy there overseeing the action, keeping track of how much money each player has, making sure things run smoothly.
I gotta keep track of my figures.
And of course,
Right.
action on Tom Dwan. He's going to raise it up.
3,200 total bet to call. Fold.
David Benyon trying to see a flop cheat.
Calls.
That ain't going to happen while it's Tom Dwan's button. Raising up with ace deuce, and Phil Ivey calling in the big blind.
3,200
Right now, your new nickname.
calls.
3,200 the bet, and 3,200 called in 2 spots.
See, there's 3 ways.
It's just like playing online for these 3. They play an awful lot.
I'm supposed to be the one that filled out.
Check. Check.
Everybody with a whole bunch of nothing. Benjamin with the gut shot straight draw. Dwan.
And if he catches it, it'd probably be very good, because he could catch Tom Dwan at the same time. He'd make a smaller straight.
Bet.
Mike, I know my initials are ATM.
8,600.
RA is the new nickname. Relentless.
And a big bet.
ATM.
Phil Ivey's gone.
600 total bet.
OV. OR.
Cool.
Sicko.
Pot is nearly $28,000.
Sickest. Sicko. Sorry.
And a 5 certainly would be the magic card.
17. Yeah. 17 change.
Here comes the turn.
Oh, and there it is, the 5 of hearts. It's an unbelievable card there. Tom Dwan makes the wheel, ace to 5 straight. But David Benjamin with the absolute nuts right now. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 high straight. And you can see he cannot lose this pot. And it's just a matter of how can he maximize the value of this hand.
The speed that Tom Dwan's been playing, I can't see this pot going anything other than all in. Whether it happens now or on the river.
Well, Tom Dwan, an absolutely fantastic internet player, knows how to get away from second best hands. Can he do it here?
I very much doubt it.
Ever the skeptic.
21-3.
Betting 21,300.
And he bets 21,300. The pot is now $49,200. Action back to Benjamin.
I think the faster that David Benjamin plays this pot, the more money he's going to get.
Benjamin has over $400,000 behind. Dwan with nearly $200,000 behind. And this has the makings of an absolute monster. $50,000 pot, $23,000 to call. But between you and I don't think Benjamin's just going to call this one. Can Durr get away from this hand?
I really don't think so.
$21,300.
Very hard to put your opponent on 6-7.
63 total bet.
And he makes it 63,000 total. 40,000 more. And this pot had up to $112,000. Action back to Durr. It's almost impossible to put Benjamin on the 6-7, the gut shot. Remember, there was a bet on the flop and Benjamin called. Absolute stone face from Benjamin. Action on. Tom Dwan.
The black one's in his hand with $25,000 each.
That's all right. I mean, that's what you expect. If you let that get to you, you're making a mistake.
Absolutely insane.